Hello, welcome to this video. This is a little simple journal with me video. This is my Archer and Olive journal that I'm currently using. I am obsessed with it. I'll talk more about it as we go. This is the inside cover. There's a bunch of stickers and some doodles that I'm doing kind of as I go through it. I'll tag all of the sticker artists in the description. Just added a picture, starting date, a few little things, and then the back cover has some more stickers I'm adding as I go. I'll tag all these artists as well. And then I have the McElroy brothers on the pocket, as you can see. And yeah, so that's really all of the content from the journal that I'm going to show you, if I'm honest. But what we're going to do is kind of decorate some pages. This is the ampersand that's on the bottom of the tassel. There's 2 tassels in the Archer and Olive journal. It's just really, really great. And the pen that I've been using most recently is this Papermate Flare. It's a medium. It's like a marker, but it does not leak through this Archer and Olive paper at all. It's just a great marker. They come in all different colors. So if you ever see those, I definitely highly recommend them. So yeah, so anyway, my journal isn't something that is consumable to anyone but me. It's the only way I can think to say that. But basically what I do sometimes is I will decorate the pages before I fill them out. I don't really bullet journal. I don't have much of a format to it. I don't do any real trackers that I really keep up with, now and then, but rarely. But what I like to do is just kind of decorate the pages before I write on them. So I thought we would go through and decorate some of the pages, and then it'll be more exciting for me to use them, and it'll motivate me to write every day, which is what I've been trying to do this year. So it's working pretty well so far. If you saw my journal tour video I posted a little while back, you have seen that I've been keeping journals basically since I was around 8 years old, on and off. I have a lot. I have, my God, so many. But yeah, so it's a habit that it does come and go, I'll be honest, but it's a really important part of my life. So yeah. Oh, also for the record, most of the things that you'll see me using here, the washi tape, that picture in the bottom right corner is from a vintage book page. But the washi tapes I'm using, the stickers you'll see me using shortly, are all from Aliexpress. I'll give you a closer look at some of the stuff as we go. I had never ordered from Aliexpress before. I didn't really know what to expect. And I'm actually pleasantly surprised. So let me give you a little Aliexpress rundown. I'll timestamp this too in the description. But see, like, how pretty are these? And they're stickers. I didn't even realize they were stickers, but they're gorgeous. So you go to Aliexpress, you look up stationery, and you're going to be so overwhelmed. Like, it's just too much, and it's all so cheap that you're like, what do I do? I need to buy everything. Like that, at least that's how I feel. Like I don't go on the website because it's like, it's dangerous because it's just like so much good stuff. It all looks so good, and it's all less than what, like $3. But what you need to know, which I did not know, and maybe this is common knowledge and I'm just a doofus, but what I didn't know is that a lot of the products come from these different distributors. So like the different distributors are like smaller shops, I guess. And I didn't realize that. So my first big order that I put through, which is the stuff you're seeing today, is from like 18 different shops. So I definitely recommend, if you are shopping from Aliexpress, to try to go from fewer shops. But like, look how beautiful those are. They're like transparent, and it is kind of tricky to peel the backing off, but God, it's so cool. And like, they really stick nicely. Like, I don't know. I'm just really obsessed with everything I've gotten so far. But yeah, so the stuff took over a month, I think, just about a month for it all to get to me, which is expected. Like, that's what they tell you going into it, so you know that that's how it's going to be, which is, you know, if you go into it knowing that, it's like, well, that's what it is. But because I ordered from so many different shops, it all came in like these tiny packages, and again, it's not the worst thing, but I just think you would have more success as far as like timelines go and stuff, if you ordered everything from just a few shops and not 18 like I did. 18 is a little much, but like these are actually stickers, which I didn't realize. They're gorgeous. And it's like these ones are kind of like a papery feel, whereas the flower and the butterfly I used on the previous page are shiny, but wow, they're gorgeous. Oh, so this is me using the Papermate pen that I was talking about on the pages. I love, okay, so now I'm gonna like just rave about Archer and Olive for a minute. I love them. So I have watched a lot of bullet journal YouTubers, and I've seen people talk about Archer and Olive like crazy. So I finally just like went for it and got a journal, and I started it in the new year. And yeah, it's really good. The paper is really thick. I don't really use much besides like ballpoint pens and the Papermate marker I'm using here. So like thickness isn't a huge issue for me for paper, but if you were someone who used different mediums, like it's really, really good quality paper. I love the brightness. This is a dot grid journal, but the dots are very, very light, which I love. There's no page numbers, but that doesn't bother me personally. I wouldn't really use them anyway. And there's two tassels, the double tassel. So that top one with the ampersand charm, and then the other one so you can mark two different pages, which I also love. And yeah, it just like washi tape sticks to it really nicely. It's a really smooth write. It lays super flat, as you can see. Like I didn't even really need that binder clip on the side. It lays super flat. It's a gorgeous journal. And this is coming from me, someone who has used like a lot of journals in my life, like many, many, many journals. And I can say that this is definitely one of the best that I've ever used. These were cool. This is kind of like a washi tape sticker. And it came in that really nice zip pocket. It's like vintage paper, vintage looking paper. So I'm just adding like a little accent to the page. And then you'll see at the end I write on one of the pages so you can see what it looks like when I actually fill one of these pages out. So for me, journaling, I've always found like every time I try to do any type of bullet journal or tracker or anything too structured, I fall off of it. It's like, I don't care about this. Like I have to just have like total freedom. So the most that I'll ever do these days, as far as like preparing pages, is something like this, where I just kind of decorate the pages ahead of time. And that's just because like I don't have time to do this every day usually. So I like to do a big chunk all at once, and then I have the next couple days decorated. So that's nice for sure. I love these. These are like I guess Alphonse Mucha. I think that's how you pronounce his first name, the artist. And I just really love these stickers. There are some that are round, and then you'll see there's another one that has like a scalloped edge. It's beautiful. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to use this stuff that I got from Aliexpress for mostly. Like obviously I'll use it for stuff like this with my journal and just adding like little touches and accents and stuff. And then I also think it would be really fun to use in like mail. So if you're sending like a letter to someone, I do have a pen pal. I think I talked about her in one of my art journal flip throughs, but yeah, I have had the same pen pal since I was like 12 or 13. So yeah, I think it would be fun to decorate stuff for her with this. Maybe start some new pen pal stuff. And yeah, just decorating these journal pages. So I'll do like simple, usually 4 corners, or I'll do the top or just the bottom, which you've kind of seen, and then I'll just write around it. So I like that it gives the journal page some like shape sort of, because otherwise if I don't add these little touches, it's just big blocks of writing, and that, that doesn't like super bother me, but it is nice to have these little little decoration touches in there. So what else can we talk about? Yeah, so my journals aren't really something that anyone is like allowed to see. That sounds more like teenage dramatic than it really is. It's just because it's like, it's mine, and also because it's embarrassing. Like there's nothing in there that anyone would want to see. I love this. This is like a booklet of little pictures of vintage, like a pressed flower almost. And some of them are like paper, but then the first ones were like tissue. And this is kind of the same thing. These are just really nice like vintage book images of flowers, which is one of my favorite things. But and sometimes I will use these kind of things in like my collages, but I think it works the best for a journal like this. So I'm just tearing some corners here. One of my favorite things to do, which again I think I've talked about in my collage videos, is to rip paper. It's like the closest to painting that I think I'll ever get, just because I don't have a lot of art skills outside of collage. Cannot draw for anything, definitely can't paint, nothing like that. So when I tear paper, like it definitely feels kind of like painting. It's just the best. And I love collecting like different mediums, different like textures and colors. I think I talked about this in my Leia collage video, but I love nature, flowers, mountains, the sky, the ocean. Those are all my favorite types of images to use. When I'm doing Marvel, for my Marvel art journal, I love to use like space and stuff like that. That's really fun. There's a website called, what is it, Unsplash, I think? I'll link it in the description, but usually I only use found images. I don't typically, look at those. It's like a set of 3 sticky notes. They're not super sticky, I'll be honest. Like even the sticky part on the top, it's like, they're not really that great, but God, they're gorgeous, right? But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so Unsplash, I think it's Unsplash, is a website where I typically like to only use found images. I don't like to search out images for my collage unless it's like a Marvel or Star Wars character. But I like to, when I'm doing just like regular collage art, like I would rather use what I've found than go searching for something. That's just me personally. But Unsplash is a website that has like royalty-free images, and I've definitely been using those for some backgrounds like in my zines lately, and also for Marvel, so I can get pictures of like galaxies and stuff like that. You'll see some of that in my upcoming Marvel Monday video, which will, if you're watching and you're listening, I will give you a little tidbit that the next Marvel Monday video is actually going to cover Iron Man 3 and Thor the Dark World, for a few reasons that I'll discuss, but I think they just fit together in a video. I don't think I can justify giving them each their own, you know what I mean? I love this graph paper washi tape. I've been wanting a square patterned washi tape for a really long time, and it came in that box with all those like really nice neutral colors. So I just wanted to do like a little corner with this because I really like how that looks. I think that would look really cool like behind something as like a little background touch. So I'm definitely going to be using that more. I think I kind of wish I had gotten more graph washi tape, but I'm trying to hold back. I'm going to try to use up a lot of this Aliexpress stuff before I get anything else. There's so many haul videos too for Aliexpress on YouTube. I watch them often. It's a big reason why I ended up doing this order. But the one thing that I found in those videos is that they don't show you how they use the stuff. You know what I mean? So they show you what they got and like really nice close-ups and everything, but then they don't show you how to use it. So I don't know. That's why when I got the stuff, I didn't want to just do like a simple haul video. I kind of wanted to show what I would do with it too, to maybe it'll inspire you or something. And also like I think it's good to see this kind of simplicity with a journal because like I love all the bullet journalers that I watch, like Plant-Based Bride and Amanda Rach Lee and Jenny Journals. Those are probably my 3 favorites, but they are on a level that I could never like even dream of being at, as far as calligraphy and painting and drawing and markers, and oh my gosh, like the stuff they do is absolutely incredible. And like what you're seeing now is probably the best that I could do. So I think it might be good to put something out there that's kind of like a simple journal ideas, simple page decorations, just because I know it's so hard to not compare yourself to other people like that. So yeah, so let's do a little flip through. That's what the next part is going to be. These are the pages that we made today. I really like it. It was fun to experiment with these stickers and with this washi tape. Again, I'm super impressed with the quality of everything. When you see the prices on Aliexpress, it's so easy to think like there's no way that this stuff is going to be any good. But it honestly, as in my experience so far, is not that bad. So if you're looking for some like cool little stickers and some pretty washi tape, it's definitely a place I would hit up. Just keep that in mind, what I said with like trying to maybe order from fewer distributors. Just keep an eye on that. And then if you don't mind waiting a little while, it's kind of cool because you wait so long for this stuff to get here that you kind of forget what you ordered. So then it's like, especially if you don't look back at your order and kind of just let it be a mystery. And then it's like you bought yourself some little surprise gifts. So, so that's always fun. But yeah, I really like that. Just that simple black graph at the top. I'm going to use that again for sure. So yeah, so those are the pages we made today. And now I'm just going to do a little writing to show you how I would use the page. Again, I have very little structure to my journaling. It's just the only thing that works for me. So literally, like, I just do the day, the date, and the time. And then I just kind of free write. I just, see, I don't even know what it's called. I just free write. So I'll just write about what I'm thinking about. I'll write about what's going on in the day. I try not to do any like work related stuff in my journal because I do have a separate journal for my work stuff. So, maybe I'll write a little bit about how I'm feeling about my business and what I've been working on, but I won't put too much like to-do lists or anything in this journal. I do have a separate place where I do that. So I try to keep that kind of isolated in that area. And this just becomes more about thoughts and feelings and what's going on in my life and hopes and dreams and goals and all that kind of stuff. I will go 2 or 3 days without writing sometimes if I'm busy or I'm tired or just not into it, or sometimes, especially like the past year of like being in the COVID craziness and all that, like sometimes there's just nothing to say. Like sometimes there's just a day where truly nothing has happened. So, if I really, sometimes I'll just feel like I have to write even if I have nothing to say. And then I'll just like, think of something that I could, expand on a little bit or something. But if I don't feel like writing, I don't write. Like usually when I talk about my history with journaling, people will like kind of expose their self-consciousness and be like, oh, I don't write because I can never keep up with it. But my thing is like, you don't have to keep up. You can just do whatever you want. It's not homework. You don't have to write 3 pages a day to get an A+, you can just literally do whatever you want. I've had months and months where I went without journaling, years even sometimes, for a million reasons. But that's the thing that I think is so important if it is something that you're interested in, is just to to do what feels right. And if it feels like work and it's work that you don't want to do, then then stop. Like, just stop until it feels right. I know that there are like things like the artist's way with the pages, every morning pages and all that. That is definitely helpful, especially to get into a routine, or if you like literally have never journaled before, pick a week where you write every day. Like, I do think that there is obviously benefit in that. But for me personally, it's like, I can't really like assign that much structure to it, or I just won't do it. So for me, like, because I've been journaling for 22 years on and off, it's like, it's second nature to me. Like, I can't imagine my life without it. So, I can't really access the part of someone who would just like not have any interest in it. But at the same time, like, I can see putting that pressure on yourself to stick with it. That's how I feel about bullet journaling, is that it's just like the pressure to stick with it. And because I keep my to-do lists and my work stuff separate, it's just like bullet journaling just does not work for me. But I can see it being like so beneficial, for sure. But for me, it's like I have to have the free write journal and then the work journal in two separate places. But yeah, so I'll link my favorite bullet journalers down below if that's something you're interested in seeing. I'll link this Archer and Olive journal down below. And while I might not link every single Aliexpress item, and if you go on the site, you'll understand why, it's just because there's so much. You can comment if you're looking for one of the specific products that I used and you can't find it, and I will find the link for you from the order that I put through, and I'll send it to you. So feel free to do that. If there was like a specific, if you were looking for like just one of the stickers or something and you can't find it, let me know and I will definitely send it your way. Yeah, so this is the page. Looks pretty with that washi tape border, right? Yeah. So thanks so much for coming and hanging out, and I hope to see you again soon. And thanks for hanging with me today. Have a good one. Bye.